Okay, now we are recording. So tonight we are talking about will you give 15 minutes to success? So I want to start with a video that is going to talk about success. Let's see if I can do this. Give me a second. Nope, it doesn't.
Dismissed from drama school with a note that read, "Wasting her time. She's too shy to put her best foot forward." Turned down by the Decca Recording Company, who said, "We don't like their sound, and guitar music is on the way out." A failed soldier, farmer, and real estate agent. At 38 years old, he went to work for his father as a handyman. Cut from the high school basketball team, he went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. The teacher told him he was too stupid to learn anything, and he should go into a field where he might succeed by virtue of his pleasant personality. Fired from a newspaper because he lacked imagination and had no original ideas. His fiancée died. He failed in business twice. He had a nervous breakdown, and he was defeated in 8 elections. If you've never failed, you've never lived.
All right, could y'all hear that? I hope so. Yes, okay, I see a thumbs up. See, I don't see anybody again. Very good. Okay, so if you've never failed, you've never lived, and it's all about success. You know, I love that because you look at all those different people who we see as super successful, and yet it's not like they instantaneously started that way. And we have to remember that in our business as well, that we don't just, bam, start and become successful. Success is a progression, and it has a lot of failing forward in it as well. And so, you know, if you think of Lucille Ball as a failure, I mean, no one does. You know, nobody thinks of Ulysses S. Grant as a failure or any of the other people in that. And so you have to always remember that when you're talking about success. So we are talking about focusing on becoming successful tonight. And there's 3 main things we're going to talk about. Defining success for yourself, working smarter, not harder, and using your time wisely. So when we, hold on, I'm muting people. When we define success, every person is going to be different. You need to define what your short-term and long-term goals are. I can't decide for you what those goals are going to be. That's something you have to decide. So, you know, maybe your short-term goal is to get your products covered for you, the cost of them, and your long-term goal is to be Ruby. You know, that's as far as you want to go in this business, or you want to make $2,000 a month. That's as far as you want to go in this business, and that's what your goal is. For others, they want to go diamond. Other people might want to go double diamond, where you can actually get to diamond and re-enroll and start all over again and go diamond again, like Celeste has and like a dozen other people are working on right now. When you've defined what your success is going to look like, then you have to define how long you want it to take for you to get there. So if we're talking about a short-term goal, like how long are you comfortable with it taking for you to cover the cost of your products? A month, 2 months, 3 months? How long are you comfortable taking getting to that $2,000 a month that you want to get paid every month? Is that a 6-month goal? Is that a 2-year goal? It depends on you and how long that's going to take, how long you're okay with it taking as to how you're going to set your days and your workload. So what I'm going to tell you tonight is a lot of the how-to, but you really have to figure it out for yourself, because if you have really serious, heavy goals, you're going to have to invest more time in this business than someone who perhaps has a maximum goal of making $1,000 a month. That is going to be quicker achieved than going diamond. And so if my maximum goal is $1,000 a month and I'm okay with that happening in the next year, then I can easily say, I'm just going to do this 10 or 15 minutes a day and I'm going to be really happy with that. If my goal is diamond in a year, then I'm going to have to step up my game. And maybe I'm going to say, I'm going to take what Melissa says to do in 15 minutes, and I'm going to do 4 times that, and I'm going to do an hour a day because I want to achieve so much more in the next year. So you have to kind of figure that out for yourself. The other thing is then it takes that, how many minutes are you going to work in a day? So you're going to take the goals, you're going to take how long you're comfortable getting to that goal, and then you're going to say, because of that, I'm going to work this many minutes a day towards my business. And you'll notice I say work your business every single day. Y'all, that's really important. The consistency of it is super important. Whether it's posting on Facebook, following up with people, whatever it is that you're going to do, it needs to be done consistently. So we're defining our success. You need to figure out what that looks like for you and determine the number of minutes you're willing to put in every day to get to achieve that success. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to work smarter and not harder. So some of the things I suggest you do when working smarter and not harder are set a plan at the beginning of the week. So Sunday evening before you go to bed, or whenever is a good time for you. Write down, and we're going to talk about using our calendar, but write down the different things you're going to achieve that week, whether it's daily goals or specific people you're going to follow up with, specific people you're going to reach out to, specific training. And you notice I keep saying specifics. Don't be general about this. Set a real plan. Specific trainings that you're going to watch every day during the week or listen to. Whatever that plan is going to look like for you, set it in your calendar ahead of time so you know exactly what you're doing every day of the week. That way, when Tuesday comes, you're not kind of sitting around like, what should I read today? What's looking good? No, you have a plan. Who should I follow up with? I don't know. Who did I follow up with last week? That's a lot of wasted time thinking when you're not organized. So spend a few minutes at the front of the week getting yourself organized, and then, man, you can just bang through it. I think a lot of you probably, if you're mom, you might do this at home, or if you don't, you should. With the kids with lunches. If you have a whole bunch of snacks already set out and all the veggies already in bags, how easy are lunches when you have to do lunches for your kids, as opposed to standing in the kitchen on Thursday morning and going, what I already feed the kids this week? I don't know. What I put in their lunch yesterday? I don't know. I have a bin, and I'm just like, bam, 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 all the things to be done. And it makes your days just go so much smoother. So we're working smarter, not harder. Use your dead time, whether it's time in the shower, time fixing your makeup and doing your hair. I mean, truly, I listen to videos during those times all the time. I put my Bluetooth on and I listen or I watch something on my iPad while I'm showering or while I'm doing my hair, doing my makeup. In the car, listen to your audios or, listen to audio tapes or listen to YouTube videos, whatever you can do with your time in the car. Doing laundry or doing dishes, all of those times I have earbuds in and I'm listening to a YouTube video that I can listen to while I'm doing my work. And then waiting in car line is huge. Waiting in car line or just waiting in traffic or waiting wherever you have to wait is a great time to message people. It's a great time to follow up with people. It's a great time to call people. Whatever it is that you can do while you're just sitting there, that's just dead time. You're just stuck in your car. So use that time wisely. Another way to work smarter and not harder is to save the Facebook posts that you like. So if you see other Plexus people with posts that you want to use, go up to the top right. There's a little caret. Click on it and say Save Post. Then when you're ready to go post on Facebook, all you have to do is go to your saved posts, copy and paste one. Bam, you're done. You had to put no thought into that. Again, it's planning ahead. So when it's time to post on Facebook, you don't have to go, what did I post yesterday? What should I do today? No, it's done. You can actually unsave a post once you've used it. So it's not like they have to stay in that saved post list. You unsave it as soon as you've used it. It's not there the next day. You go in the next day, you click on the next saved post, you use that one. It's a no-brainer if you take the time to save the post. You can even go in that compliant testimonies group that I have, that I hope everybody's in, but go into that compliant testimonies group, find 10 posts that you really like, and go save them all, and you'll have access to them immediately when you want to use them next. Turn off notifications on Facebook for groups that you're not really involved with, or after you've commented on a post. There's nothing that annoys me more than like 50 notifications that have no value to me. So people commenting after me on something, people commenting in groups that I don't really follow anymore, or in groups that I only use for a specific purpose. So like the ambassador support or the ambassador testimony group. Don't have notifications for that. Just go in and use the group when you need to. Turn off the notifications. You don't have to see everything I post in there right when I post it. Go into that group to use it when you need it. If you turn off some of those notifications and clean up your Facebook a little bit, you'll find Facebook is less overwhelming when you do get into Facebook, jump on Facebook each day. And we're going to talk about that a little more in a minute. And then this is like my new favorite thing. If you guys have been on a Facebook party of mine of any kind, or are in my 15 days of training, you might see that right next to my name, or right under my name when I post something, it now says it's being posted by TinyTorch. TinyTorch and Buffer are amazing programs that to some extent are free, and then you can upgrade to $10 a month, so very inexpensive. If you are a leader in Plexus, meaning you have a team and are doing any Facebook parties, any groups, Buffer or TinyTorch will help you so much, because you can set up your entire party ahead of time, and you don't have to actually be manually posting during the event. You set it up and you tell it exactly what time and what to post. It saves the post, so the next time you do a party, all those posts are still out there. You just tell it what day and time to post them again, and it just does it for you. It's incredible and a huge, huge time saver. So those are all ways that we're going to work smarter and not harder. And then our last thing we're going to talk about tonight is using your time wisely. And it's kind of an expansion on what I just talked about a little bit. But this is kind of a big thing that was discussed at the leaders training that I went to maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a huge discussion about how quickly we respond to people and how often we're checking our Facebook and maybe ignoring other things in our lives. And so I want you to listen really close, like for real. We cannot let Plexus overtake our entire lives, okay? There has to be a set or some sort of routine time that you do your Plexus work. You can't just jump every single time somebody messages you. You can't jump every time you get a notification in your Facebook. You have to be able to set that aside and go through the rest of your day and enjoy your time at work if you work, or at least be there. I can't say you're going to enjoy it, but be at work and be present in what you're doing. Be with your husband or wife and be present with them, with your friends, with your children. You have to be present in the moment with what you're doing, or you're never going to enjoy life and Plexus. So set a couple of times a day that you're intentionally going to go look at your notifications and look at your messages and reply to them. I would say if you can, use the voice messenger so you can reply more promptly and quickly when you do reply to people. It's amazing to just press that little record button and start talking away. Or use at least some sort of a typing device where you can type quicker. Don't henpeck everything, because it's just going to slow you down. So maybe make your time. I'm going to spend 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night, and I'm going to do it on my computer because I type faster there. Whatever it is that makes it easier for you to get that done quickly. I've been doing this more often. Now, I'm not going to say I never answer you guys right away, but a lot of days I do just go off and leave my phone in the car when I go volunteer at school or, whatever. And then I answer everybody a couple hours later when I'm done with whatever it was I was doing. I can spend the whole day answering one message, or I can spend a good 15 minutes or 10 minutes sitting there and answering all of you, bam, 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 and be done. And it's the same amount of work, but it feels so different when you just do it all in one chunk. Also, with your notifications, you can get 30, I get 30, 40, 50 notifications up at the top of Facebook. I could check it every hour and get 30 notifications, or I can wait 3 hours and I might get 35. Because a lot of the notifications you're getting are people commenting and people liking on the same post. So you don't need to see every time somebody likes or every time somebody comments. Check every few hours, read them all, answer all the comments, and be done with it and put it away again. It really changes your perspective on Plexus when you do this and how much time you feel the business takes when you take the time to really just walk away from it for a little bit and come back and be really focused on it for just a few minutes at a time. So I challenge everybody truly to set times. And again, this is where we're going to talk about your calendar. Set times in your calendar. If you're a teacher, maybe during your lunch break and, at the end of the day or whatever works for you, during your lunch break and after your kids go to bed, during, your morning while you're eating breakfast by yourself, if you get that leisure, and then, mid-afternoon, whatever it is that works for you, set those 2 times and be intentional. You can get a lot more done in 10 minutes than you would actually do stressing over checking it every hour. Create your own DMO, which is a daily method of operation. Everybody should be following up with 2 people, thereabouts. You should be checking in with one of your ambassadors on your team. You should be reaching out to, up to 2 or 3 new people a day and posting on Facebook. That's a typical daily method of operation. So if you're just sitting down and doing that in a chunk, you can very easily follow up with 2 people very quickly. I don't spend more than 2 or 3 sentences on a message to someone or a quick voice recording. Hey, Jenny, just checking in, seeing how you're doing. How's that BioCleanse working? All right, let me know. Talk to you later. That's the extent of it, I'm not going on and on and on. So I can do that in 3 minutes. I can follow up with people, check in with an ambassador, reach out to 2 new people, and do my post on Facebook, which I've already saved in my saved messages. That is very easily done in 10 minutes a day. Block time in your calendar to watch a video. Like I said, if it's whether you're driving or you're going to sit down for 5 minutes a day and watch a quick video, if I post a 30-minute video and that's too much for you, watch 10 minutes a day for 3 days. You don't have to watch the whole thing all at once, but make the time a little bit a day to work your business every day. Seriously, get a calendar and write it in your calendar and talk to your family. These are the times that I'm really going to focus on my business. Every night from 9 to 9:30, once y'all have kind of settled in and gone to bed, that's when mom's going to do her business. Whatever it is that works for you, but block it in your calendar, let people know, and then do it. Be intentional. Don't make excuses. And be willing to give up things that you really don't need. For me, I nearly completely have given up TV. I did it as a challenge for 30 days, and then I really didn't want it back. I'll admit to you, every once in a while, I watch like a show. If my kids want me to watch a movie with them, I'm trying to be really good about like putting my phone away and watching the movie with them. But I don't waste my time anymore on TV. Instead, I read a book, I watch a video, I prepare for a training, whatever it is that I need to do to grow my business. A couple of random other notes just to go along with this as we wrap up. Don't recreate the wheel. If I've or someone else already created something like a Facebook party or the testimonies, if there are Facebook groups that are already created, don't waste your time recreating things. Use what's already out there. It's a smart practice to use the information that's already been provided to you. It's not lazy. It's not doing your job. It's smart to use the resources that are given to you. So don't feel like you need to recreate things. And another thing, an easy way to read an entire book in a month, if not more, if not 2 or 3 books in a month, read 10 pages a day. That is so easy. You could do that in 10 minutes before you go to bed every night. Everyone can read 10 pages a day. Some of you could probably read that in 3 minutes. And in 30 days, you'll have read 300 pages, which is crazy awesome. I mean, that's in MLM world, that's a lot of books because I have never bought a book that's 300 pages, not even close. And a thought to leave you with is there are 1,440 minutes in a day. 1,440. And you really need to think, how many are you truly committing, or are you willing to commit to a business that can completely change your life? It can get you the amount of money you need for your family, the money for vacations, for debt, for financial freedom, to get out of the job you don't like. Whatever your family's goals are, this business can meet that and exceed it if you commit 15 to 30 minutes a day to working your business. And I'm talking 15 to 30 minutes out of 1,440 minutes a day. So I know every one of you can find 15 to 30 of those to commit to yourself and your family, and to your family and friends, because while you're working this business, you are completely changing lives in enormous ways, which is the biggest blessing of all. So that is all